Welcome, everybody. How's everyone feeling tonight? Excellent. Good to hear. Tired? I've been feeling that all day long. I think it's the heat. Do we have any special requests today? Yes. Low back, neck. Is that it? All right. Let's come down onto the back to begin. Let the soles of your feet come together. You can bring your heels as close or as far from the body as you like. And then just let the arms relax where they feel comfortable. They can be out to a T. They can be in cactus. They can be up over the head. So the soles of the feet are connected. The heels are in towards the body. If this becomes too intense for your hips, there's always the option to lift the knees up and plant the soles of the feet flat, or you can even just extend the legs out straight. So just let your body relax here in this posture. Just letting gravity start to pull the knees down, pull the shoulders down, pull the arms down. Let your eyes just softly close. Let your lips come together. Try to relax the jaw, so separate your back teeth. And begin to deepen your breathing. So as you inhale, the belly fills up like an expanding balloon. The ribs open out to the sides and the collarbones gently lift. As you exhale, the collarbones settle. The ribs begin to squeeze in as the navel makes its way back towards the spine, squeezing it in right at the very end, pushing the air out, and then allowing the belly to relax and the lungs to flood with air once again. Going a little deeper every time you inhale. Every time you exhale, make sure that every last little bit of stale air is released out. And make your breath your priority now. Throughout this entire practice, focus on your breathing. Let everything else go. So maybe the Ujjayi breath is a part of your regular practice, and you're going to constrict the glottis to narrow the airway so that you begin to hear the sound of your breath as you breathe in and breathe out. Now on your next inhale, if the legs are still in Baddha Konasana, just bring the knees up. If you straighten the legs, draw the feet towards you and draw your knees into your chest for a moment. Hug your knees in with your hands and just rock very gently from side to side, massaging your back. Rolling from hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder, ear to ear. Good, let's roll back to center. Set your feet down on the ground with the knees bent, bringing your heels in as close to you as you can. You want about 2 of your own fist distance to fit in between those heels. As you reach for your feet with your hands now, press your palms down to your yoga mat. Press your low back down towards the ground as well. And on an inhale, let your hips rise towards the sky. And as you exhale, slowly settle them back down. And we're going to inhale to lift them up and exhale to lower them down. Keep your knees over your ankles here. So to Lily, if you can, walk your feet back just a little bit more. Good. Keep lifting and lowering at the measure of your breath length. Try not to let those knees splay out to the sides. Keep spreading your fingers as you press your palms down, and on your next inhale, lift the hips up and hold. Push into your palms, squeeze your shoulder blades together just a little bit. Imagine you had your yoga block there in between your knees. Try to hold it in place. See if you can inhale, lift your hips just a little higher, and then exhale, lower your upper back, then your mid back, then your low back down. Cross your right ankle over your left knee, sliding that ankle bone just left of the thigh as you flex your right foot. So the right leg is over the left leg. Flex your right foot. So just ankle over knee here. Good. On an inhale, see if you can draw your left knee toward your chest. Take your right arm, slip it between your legs, and reach your left hand around to meet that right hand on the back of your thigh. Keeping that left leg bent. Keep flexing both your feet. And now try to press the right knee forward just slightly. Keep spreading the toes on both your feet. Continue to breathe deeply. Take another inhale, draw that left leg in just a little more, and as you exhale, release your left foot back down to the ground. Uncross your legs. Planting your right foot hip distance from your left, arms like railings down at the sides of the body. Flatten that low back down to the ground, and inhale, lift your hips up into bridge again, keeping your knee right over your ankle. See if you can push your chest a bit closer to your chin. Maybe you can walk your hands in a little closer to one another. Keep pressing the palms down to the ground. Good. Take another inhale. Lift the hips even higher. As you exhale, start to roll your upper back down to the ground. Lower your mid back and your low back down. Cross your left ankle now over your right knee. Make sure that your ankle bone is off to the right of your thigh so it's not pressing into your quad. As you flex your left foot, draw your right knee into your chest now. Good. Reach your left arm in between your legs now and grab the back of your right leg. So let your arm come through the leg. Good. And as you pull your right knee into your chest, send your left knee forward at the same time. Just using the strength of your own leg, that internal kind of movement away. The hands are pulling the right leg in. Good. Keep spreading your toes. Take another inhale. Draw that right leg a little closer. As you exhale, release the grip. Lower your right foot down to the ground. Release your left foot down to the ground. Let's do one more round of bridge. So walk your heels as close to the buttocks as you can get them. Adjust your feet to hip distance. Slight pigeon toe to the feet. And when you're ready, inhale, lift the hips up. Maybe your hands can come a little closer together this time. Keep pressing the length of both your arms down. Keep pressing both palms down. Push your chest towards your chin. Keep lifting those hips up. Keep pushing into your big toes and your inner heels. And take another inhale. Come up high on the toes. Send your arms out to a T and lower your upper back. Lower your mid back. And let your low back come all the way down to the ground. Good. Draw your knees to your chest. Reach for your knees with your hands. And just rock a little bit from side to side. Good. Massage your back. Good. As you roll back to center, bring your arms like railings alongside the body and send the soles of your feet up towards the sky above you. Point your toes. Flex your feet. Point your toes. Flex your feet. Point your toes. Flex your feet. Keep them flexed. Push into your arms. So push your heels up, pull the toes down. Take another inhale. Exhale, lower your legs halfway down to the ground. And then with your inhale, see if you can push out through those heels and then lower halfway down again and pause. Take a deep breath in, push the heels away. and lower to 1 inch off the ground. Inhale, bring your legs all the way up. Exhale, pause. Inhale, stretch the legs out. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, push the heels forward, and then lower halfway down again and pause. Inhale, push the heels away. Exhale, come 1 inch off the ground. Let's inhale those legs all the way up. And exhale, pause. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, stretch it out long. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, push the heels away. Exhale, lower halfway again. Pause. Inhale, create even more length. Come to 1 inch off the ground. Inhale those legs all the way up. Bend your knees. Reach for the knees with your hands and rock from side to side. Massage your back. Good, let's come back to center. Take the arms to a T, palms down. Flex your feet, squeeze your legs together. Take a full inhale. Exhale, let your legs go to the right as you look to the left, but hover those legs. Inhale, head and knees to center. Exhale, now legs to the left as the head turns to the right. Inhale, center. Don't let the knees separate. Keep going. Move at the measure of your breath. So press your arms down. Press both shoulders down. Don't let them lift off the earth. Squeeze your legs together. Don't worry about how far the legs come down. Try not to lift the shoulders. And the next time your legs make their way over to the right, relax into your twist. So take your time to get there. And once your legs are to the right and your head is turned to the left, if you'd like, you can turn your palms up to the ceiling, to the sky. Close your eyes and just breathe here. In through the nose and out through the nose. Relax your low back as much as possible. Take another deep breath in, and with your exhale, press your palms back down to the ground. Re-engage the legs. Inhale, come back to center, and change sides as you exhale. Legs to the left, head turns to the right. And again, palms can be up to the sky or down to the earth. Relax both your shoulders. Feel that low back area just starting to relax and release any tension you're holding there. Try to let it go. Good. Take another deep breath in, and with your exhale, turn your palms down, re-engage your legs. Inhale, come through center. Take a grip on the back of your thighs. Pop your hips up off the mat and roll up and down the length of your spine if that's within your ability. If it causes pain, do not do it. You can rock side to side instead. Being sure as you roll back to tuck the chin, so you're up and down the whole length of the spine now. Rolling up to seated before rolling back. Good, roll up to seated, lift those legs, squeeze those legs together, and if it's within your ability, extend the arms as well. They can still hold the thighs if you need them. Try not to let your chest and your thighs come too far apart here. Squeeze those shoulder blades onto the back, take another inhale, exhale, cross your legs, plant your hands. Step back to the top of a push-up, and from your plank, press up and back to downward dog. And take a moment in your downward dog to just start to walk those heels up and down. Bending one knee as the opposite heel presses down, and then changing sides back and forth. And once you've done each side evenly, you can press both heels down at the same time, pushing the chest gently back. Try to roll the weight into the inner palm, really pushing into your thumbs and pointer fingers as much as possible. Beautiful. Inhale up onto the toes, soft knees, look forward, and as you exhale, bring your feet to your hands. Inhale, take that half lift. Lean a bit into your toes and then fold chest to thighs. Separating your feet to hip distance, bend your knees deeply and hang in a rag doll for a few deep breaths here. Let your head just go. Let your arms just dangle. Give the head a little shake as though saying no. And then come back to center, nod the head yes. And then relax the head completely. The heels and the toes are equally taking weight. The inner and outer edges of the feet equally take weight. Good. We're going to take at least 4, maybe 5 breaths to come up to standing. So we want to keep the knees bent, wait for the inhale, and start to slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. So your breath length, move at that pace so it takes at least 4 or 5 breaths. As you begin to straighten out the upper back, you can start to straighten out the legs as well, pushing the earth away, shoulders rolling back and down, palms roll open, chin pulling back eventually towards the throat, lift through the crown of your head. Go ahead, take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring your palms together at your heart. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, clasp the hands and press your palms to the sky. Pull your shoulders down away from the ears. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, center, and over to your left with the exhale. Inhale, come back up, look up. Soften the knees and swan dive all the way over those legs. Forehead draws in. Now look forward as you inhale. Plant your palms flat and step back to the top of a push-up as you exhale. Keep the shoulders over the wrists. Draw that low belly up towards the spine. Push the earth away from you through both your hands. Knowing that you can stay on your toes in your plank, or you modify to your knees if you want a little kind of take a bit of the weight out of the upper body. So try not to lift your hips higher than your shoulders. Make a straight line with the body. As you inhale, look slightly forward. Exhale, lower with control. Curl into your cobra. So send the chin forward, lift through the back of the head. Tops of the feet are now on the ground. Can you press not only the tops of the big toes, but the tops of your pinky toes as well? Pull your heart forward. Take another inhale, come a little higher. Exhale, forehead down, tuck your toes. Inhale, press back up to plank and lift your hips to the sky. Downward facing dog, and breathe deeply. And breathe slowly, in and out through your nose. Stretch those hips up as high as they'll go. Press those heels gently down. Inhale, let your right leg lift up behind you. Exhale, big step forward with that right foot. Walk the right foot closer to the right hand. Start to wiggle that left foot back as far as it'll go. So we're in that low runner's lunge. Heels of the hands come back in line with the heel of your foot. Press your left leg as straight as you can. Rise to the pads of your fingers, pushing the earth away. So as we work from fingerprints, you're gripping with them like you were trying to hug your fingers towards one another. Activating that arch at the palm of the hand, helping to strengthen the wrists and the forearms. Now let's inhale, straighten the right leg as best you can. You might need to walk the hands back a little bit. Now push into that right big toe and that inner right heel. Draw the right hip back, shift the left hip forward, and fold over those legs. Relax your head, look at your left big toe. Inhale, lift the chin, look slightly ahead. Exhale, rebend the knee over the ankle. If you walk the hands back, bring them forward once again. Now our left hand comes in a little closer to the right foot. The right arm comes out like a wing and we look at the thumb. Stay up on those left fingerprints. Keep pushing the earth away, and on an inhale, start to lift that right arm up to the sky. Keep pressing that left leg as straight as you can. Turning your chest to the right, looking out or up. Take another inhale, reach even higher as you exhale, lower the right hand. Plant both palms. Step back to the top of a push-up. Remember, you can do your plank from your knees or your toes. Lift the low belly. If you're on your knees, keep the toes curled under. As you inhale, look forward and lower slow. Curl into your cobra and hold and breathe. Take another inhale, come up a little higher. Exhale, forehead down, tuck your toes. Inhale, press back up to plank and press back to your downward dog. Hips high, press those heels gently down. Good, inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale and step the left foot forward. Walk that left foot closer to the left hand. Wiggle that right foot back as far as you can. Rise to the pads of the fingers. Strengthen those wrists. Strengthen those forearms. Now try to draw the left hip back, right hip forward. Press the right leg as straight as you can. Shoulders are over wrists, knee is over ankle. Good. On your next inhale, start to straighten your left leg out. Try to stay on the ball of the back foot. Push into that left big toe and inner left heel. Look forward, lengthening the spine, and exhale, start to fold over those legs. So as you straighten your left leg, work to bring the left hip back and the right hip forward. Look at your right big toe. Breathe deeply. Breathe slowly. Good. As you inhale, look slightly forward. Exhale, rebend that knee, moving the hands forward if you brought them back. Bring your right hand a little closer to your left foot so your shoulder is over your wrist. Left arm out like a wing. Turn your head, look at your left thumb. Inhale, begin to lift the left arm up slowly. Spiral your chest, open to the left, to the west. Keep pressing that right leg as straight as you can. Keep pushing into that left big toe. Keep knee over ankle. Grip with the pads of your fingers. Breathe. Take another inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, left arm comes down. Plant both palms flat. Left foot joins the right foot. Try not to lift the heel of either hand. Top of a push-up. Shoulders forward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, lower slowly. Inhale, cobra. Hold. Legs are straight. Tops of the feet are heavy. Make sure your fingers are behind the tops of your shoulders. Good. Squeeze between those shoulder blades. Take one more inhale. Come up a little higher. Exhale, forehead down. Tuck your toes. Inhale, press back up to plank. And press back to your downward dog. And breathe here. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the nose. Draw the shoulders gently back and away from those ears. Try to hollow out the armpits, broadening your upper back. Good. Inhale onto the toes, soft knees, look forward, and as you exhale, bring your feet to your hands. Inhale, take the flat back, and exhale, fold chest to thighs. Inhale, circle the arms up to the sky, look up past your thumbs, palms come together, hands come down to the heart. Inhale, circle the arms up as you look forward and lean to your right as you exhale. Inhale to center and over to the left. Inhale, come back up, look up, and take the back bend now as you exhale. Inhale, slowly come up, palms open, swan dive over those legs. Look forward to lengthen your spine. Plant your palms flat on your mat. Step walker, hop back to the top of a push-up. Hold your plank. Lift through the low belly. Good. Take a deep breath in, and with your exhale, set your right knee down directly under your hip and plant your left foot directly behind your right foot so that your right toes point to the arch of your left foot. Now bring your right hand in so it lines up with the knee as well. Gaze at your right thumb and take your left arm, reach it up towards the sky. So if you're feeling wobbly with everything in a straight line, your right foot can come back like a little kickstand behind you. So make sure your right knee is under your right hip. Can you look at your left thumb? Turn your palm to Detroit and take your left arm over your left ear. So reach that left arm over the left ear. Good. Pull both shoulders down and away from the ears. So you can stay here. Some of you might want to lean into your right hand to float your left leg up parallel to the ground. Make sure if your foot is leaving the ground that you're flexing it. Do you want the quad stretch in the back bend? You can bend your left knee, reach for the top of the foot or the ankle. Start to pull that left foot up and back gently. Keep pushing your foot or your ankle into your hands. Spiral that chest open to the left. So you're trying to pull your left heel away from your left buttock. If you took the bind, let go of it nice and slow, arm over the ear, leg extends, and then set your left foot back down to the ground. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Look down, lower your hand down and lower your knee down. Widen your hands to shoulder distance and grip with those fingers. Inhale, lift the chin and the tail. Exhale, draw the tail down, tuck the chin and round the back. Inhaling, lift the chin and the tail. Exhale, tuck the tail, tuck the chin and round. One more time. Inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. From your neutral table, let's prepare for our sidearm balance now on the left side. So ensure that your knee is under your hip. Plant your right foot directly behind that left foot. Bring your left hand in to line up with the knee as well. As you gaze at your left thumb and you grip with those left fingers, reach your right arm to the sky. Can you look up towards that right thumb? So keeping that right big toe turned in just a little bit, let's turn the right palm forward and take the arm over the ear. Pull both shoulders down away from the ears. Did you go further last time? Lean into the left hand, float the right leg up. Hold that first before you go further. Try to keep angling that right pinky finger down to the ground. If you took the quad stretch, bend the knee, grab the top of the foot or the ankle, and start to pull that foot up and back. Continue to breathe. Push your foot into your hands if you're holding it. If you took the bind, let it go nice and slow. Arm forward, leg back. Set your right foot down. Inhale, lift that right arm to the sky, and then exhale, lower your hand and your knee. Bring your hands back to shoulder distance. Grip with those hands. Inhale, lift the chin and the tail. Exhale, draw the tail down as you tuck the chin and round the back. 2 more. Moving into cow pose on the inhale and cat stretch on the exhale. Last one, inhale. And full, complete exhale. Shoulders away from the ears, neutral, table when you're done. You have the option to take down dog or child's pose. Make it a posture that is restful for you. And breathe. Good. If you took child's pose, make your way slowly up to downward facing dog. From downward dog, inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky. Hold here. Flex your right foot, spread your right toes. Inhale that right leg a little higher. Exhale, big step forward with your right foot. Stay on the ball of your left foot now. Adjust your feet to a hip distance stance. Right hand to the right knee, left hand to the right knee. Walk your hands up to your hips and square your hips so they're pointing straight ahead. So try to get your knee right over top of your ankle here. Relax the arms down at the side, so stay up on your back toes, Lily. Good. Rotate the palms open and inhale, lift those arms up. Pull the shoulders down, sit your hips a little lower if you can. Take another inhale, reach up, really stretch it back, and let's exhale, release the fingers down to the ground. Bending your left knee, push off your left foot, and inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky, and begin to bow chest to thigh. Let your chin draw in, then your nose, and then your forehead. Walk your hands back as much as possible, pulling yourself as close to your right leg as you can. Can your right hand walk a little closer to your right foot? Can you grab the outside of your right ankle with your right hand and use the strength of your own arm and upper body to pull yourself closer to your thigh, perhaps? Can you play with your balance a little more and walk your left hand a little closer to your right foot, even if it's just an inch or two? Try to level out your hips. So Kathleen, lift your left hip just a little bit. Good. Let's inhale that left leg even higher with both hands on the ground. Step your left foot way back. Plant both your palms. Pick your right foot up. Let it come back to meet your left. You're at the top of a push-up. Good. Look forward as you inhale and lower with control, elbows in as you exhale. Sending the chin forward, we lift through the back of the head. Feet are heavy. Really stretch those toes back behind you as you pull the heart forward. Take another inhale, come up a little higher, and exhale, lower your forehead. Tuck your toes. Inhale to plank. Exhale to downward dog. Good. Inhale, lift your left leg up behind you. Keep those hips level. Flex your foot, spread your toes. Good. Try to keep both your arms strong and straight. Inhale that left leg even higher. Exhale, big step forward with your left foot. Left foot out to the left, wiggle that right foot back as far as you can. Try to get your right leg as straight as you can. Left hand to the left knee, then the right. Hands walk up to the hips. Shoulders shift back, right over those hips. Relax the arms down at the sides. Palms turn open. Inhale, lift both arms up and see if you can start to look up. Try to get that left knee right over top of that left ankle. And then draw the tailbone slightly down as you pull your belly back away from your thigh. Relax those shoulders. Take one more inhale, really stretch it back, and then slowly lower the arms, release the fingers. Bend your right knee, inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky. Bow chest to thigh. Good. Keep flexing your right foot as you walk your hands back as much as possible. Draw the chest down, the chin down, the nose down, the forehead down. Keep flexing your right foot. Can you walk your left hand closer to your left ankle? Can you grab the outside of the left ankle with the left hand? Pull yourself down a little further. Can your right hand come in a little closer, even by an inch or so? Challenge yourself, work to your edge, that place of comfortable discomfort. Good work. Inhale that right leg even higher and then both hands on the ground. Take a big step back with the right foot, plant both palms. Left foot joins the right, top of a push-up. Good. Keep those wrists straight across. Watch the tendency for the hands to turn in or out. Now look forward as you inhale. Lower slow as you exhale. Curl into your cobra. Elbows in. Shoulders relaxed and down. Focus here. If what's happening around you is too distracting, close your eyes. Take another inhale, come up a little higher. Exhale, forehead touches down, tuck your toes. Inhale to the top of a push-up. Press back to your downward dog. Take a moment in this downward dog to stretch things out. Lengthening the arms, lengthening the torso, lengthening both your legs. Good. Inhale, come up high on your toes, soft knees, look forward. Listen carefully. Bring your feet to the outsides of your hands. So don't move your hands to adjust the feet. Bring your feet all the way up. So we want to keep those palms rooted at a shoulder distance width. We want to hug the elbows into shoulder distance. Can you lower your hips down a little bit, letting your thighs come closer to your upper arms? And if your thighs are resting on your upper arms, keep hugging your elbows in. Look slightly ahead, maybe a foot and a half. Keep breathing deeply here. Squeeze in with those legs, squeeze in with those arms. So Jayashri, make sure your hands are still shoulder distance. You're trying to sit on your arms, not lower your hips down. So you're trying to get your thighs to come onto the backs of the arms. Good. Take another deep breath in. Can you sit just a little deeper? Now inhale, begin to lift the hips up, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up, and as you exhale, bring your right big toe to the outer edge of your right wrist. Just the big toe. So now we're going to wiggle that left foot back as far as it'll go, keeping the right knee bent deeply over the right ankle. Lower your left knee down to your mat. Rise up to the fingerprints, lifting the chest away from the ground. So the right knee is over the right ankle. Try to hug that right leg in towards that right arm. Take a deep breath in, try to elongate the spine. As you exhale, begin to lower your palms. Begin to bend both your elbows at the same time, lowering both shoulders towards the ground at the same time. So some of you may be staying on your palms, some of you may be flexible enough to drop down to your forearms. Try not to let your right knee fall too much out to the right. Try to keep that knee over the ankle as best you can. Let your head just hang heavy. Keep melting both your hips down towards the ground. Push into that right big toe and that inner right heel. If your knee wants to go past your ankle, take that left leg even further back. Good. As you inhale, lift your chin. As you exhale, push into the palms or forearms and slowly begin to rise. Plant your hands at a shoulder distance width. Curl your left toes under. Pick up your left knee. Push into both palms and step your right foot back to meet your left. Lift your hips as high as you can and press those heels gently down. So as you look at the space between your thumbs, make sure both your feet could fit there. Don't have your hands in too narrow a stance. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, bring your left big toe to the outside of that left wrist. Good. Let's set the right knee down now. How far back can you slide that right leg without unbending your left knee? Rise to the fingerprints. Hug your left leg in towards that left arm. So really push into that left big toe and that inner left heel. So let's inhale, lift through the crown of the head, and as you exhale, start to melt to your palms. Start to bend both elbows at the same time, lowering your shoulders towards the ground. When you can't go any further down, allow your head to relax. Just let it hang. Keep pushing into that left big toe and that inner left heel. Try to keep that knee right over that ankle as best you can. And just breathe. Breathe into those hips. Breathe into the low back. Close your eyes, block out the distractions, and just focus on your own body here. Just a couple more breaths, you're almost there. Good, take another deep breath in, and with your exhale, really start to press into the palms or the forearms, starting to lift up slowly. Grounding those hands at a shoulder distance, curl your right toes under, pick up the right knee, and now step your left foot back, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. And just take a moment, stretch out the legs, sway your hips from side to side. Good. Come back to center with the hips and inhale high on the toes, soft knees, look forward, and bring your feet all the way up to your hands. Inhale, come up halfway. And as you exhale, fold over those legs. Breathe here. Try to have just as much weight in your toes as you have in your heels. Keeping your hips over your ankles. Good. As you inhale, look forward and step your feet to a hip distance if they're not there already. Grab your big toes. So as you grab your big toes, you want your palms to face each other. Inhale, look out in front of you. Draw your low belly in and now start to actively pull yourself down. Use the strength of your arms. Chin, nose, then forehead, draw in. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Fingers pull up on the toes, toes push into the fingers with equal strength. Good. As you inhale, look out in front of you. As you exhale, little bend to the knees, hands to the hips. Inhale, lift through the back of the head as you rise to standing, legs straighten out. Bring your hands together at your heart. Good. Inhale, bring your arms to a T. Exhale, clasp your hands behind your back. Try to squeeze the shoulder blades together as you straighten out your arms. Try to bring the heels of the hands towards one another as best you can. And then as you send the knuckles down and you lift the crown up, take a deep breath in, soft knees, we start to fold forward over those legs. When your chest can't go any further, relax your head, bring a little bit of weight into your toes, start to pull your arms gently away from your back. Keep the shoulders down and away from your ears. Lift those hips up and away from the heels. Breathe deeply. Take another inhale, stretch the arms a little further. Exhale, release the arms down. Walk your feet together so your big toes touch. Keep a little space between your heels. Bend your knees, squeeze those legs together. Inhale, reach forward and up. Keep the legs bent. Draw the tailbone down, draw the low belly in. Utkatasana, chair. Good. As you inhale, straighten the legs, reach tall, turn your palms out, circle the arms down. Take your hands and slide them into your imaginary back pockets. So your fingers point down, hug your elbows in. Inhale, lift through the crown of the head, really open the chest. As you exhale, look up and start to lean the body back. Feel your glutes activate as you push your hips forward. Keep lifting your heart up to the sky. Keep hugging your elbows in, open across your chest. No pain, just discomfort. Work to your edge. Good. Push into your palms. Inhale. Come all the way up. Bring your hands around to the front of your hips. Inhale, lift through the crown, soft knees. And lead with the chest, fold all the way down. Release your hands down to the ground, step back to the top of a push-up. Lower all the way down onto your belly and your forehead, so if you need to, back up on the mat slightly. Make a pillow with your hands, lie on your left ear. Let your big toes come together and let your heels fall apart. So let's bring the forehead to the ground now as you bring your arms back like jet airplane wings. Taking your hands out about 6 inches. Hands are on the ground. Your hands aren't too far away from you, maybe just at the edge of your mat. So palms are down. Forehead down, ankles together. So arms are like jet airplane wings. On the inhale, send the chin forward as you lift through the back of your head. So don't lift anything right now but your chest. So as you push into your hands, push into your feet, lift your heart. Good. Keep your palms rooting down. Lift both your legs now if you can. Send your toes back. Pull your chest forward. Push your hands down. On your next inhale, can you lift both hands just off the ground? Send those fingers back, stretch those toes back. Take one more inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, slowly lower. Make your pillow, turn your head to the left, lying on your right cheek or ear. Big toes touch, heels fall apart. Wiggle those hips side to side, and then relax the low back and breathe. Good, bring your forehead to the ground. Bring your arms back alongside you as you bring your legs together. Bend your knees and see if you can grab a hold of the tops of your feet or the front of your ankles with your hands. If you had to bring the legs apart to catch that hold, bring the legs together. Forehead is on the ground. Now push your feet into your hands, and on an inhale, send the chin forward, lift through the back of your head. Start to use the strength of your arms to lift your thighs off the ground. So lift your legs away from the ground. Send your toes right up to the sky. Lift those thighs, lift those knees. Push your feet into the hands. Grab those feet tightly, open the chest, take one more inhale. Exhale and release your body down. Release your legs. Plant your hands beside your chest. Nice and slow, press up to your hands and your knees, and then sink all the way back into child's pose. So big toes come together, sit back on your heels. Relax the body. Child's pose, breathe. Balasana. If your forehead touches the ground, let your arms slide all the way back alongside the legs so you can feel your shoulders just completely roll and melt off the back. Good. Bring your arms forward. Come up to your hands, lifting your chest. Keep your big toes touching. How wide can you get your knees to go? Try to keep your hips right back onto those heels. So once your knees are as wide as they'll go, the hips are down, relax to just the forearms now. And try to use the arms to push the hips back. And now relax your head. Just let it hang. And you might find after several breaths, as the body begins to relax, maybe you can take your knees and bring them even further apart. Keep pushing your hips back towards your heels. Good. As you inhale, lift your chin, and all you're going to do is crawl yourself forward until your hips are in line with your knees. So when your hips are in line with your knees, maybe those knees can spread a little further, melting your inner thighs closer to the ground. Relax your head back down. Keep lifting through the low belly. So let your hips come forward in line with the knees. So bring them back just a little bit. Keep them in line with your knees. Yeah. Relax the head. Try not to point your tailbone up towards the sky above you. Draw that low belly in so the tailbone points just slightly down. Good. As you inhale, lift your head and slowly come up to your palms. Bring your knees back in a little closer so you can sit right back on your heels with your knees wide and your big toes together. So you want some space still between the knees. We haven't done lion's breath in a while. It's always fun when there's people around. Some of you may be familiar with it, some of you may not. So in lion's breath, we take a deep breath in through the nose. When we exhale, The mouth is open, the tongue comes down towards the chin, your eyes are open and you're looking towards the space between your brows. So it sounds a little bit like you're pushing all the air out. We're far enough apart, we should be good. So hips to the heels, turn your palms forward, release your hands down. So try to keep your hands at a shoulder distance. The knees are wide so the arms are in between the legs. We're going to do this 3 times. So deep breath in. Again. Last one. Good. Turn your fingers forward, bring your knees together. Sit back into Vajrasana for a moment. Take a few deep breaths. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, melt your right ear toward your right shoulder. Left hand to the ground, walk those left fingers away from the body. If that's enough of a stretch, stay there. If you want to go further, right arm out like a wing, palm up, bend at the elbow, and take that hand and just drape it across the side of the head, either cupping the ear or just above, but don't pull. Let the weight of your arm do the work for you. As you slowly relax the arm, you slowly deepen the stretch. Take a deep breath in, and with your exhale, just lower your right arm down. Keeping your head tipped over to the right, begin to turn your face down towards the ground, as though you could bring your chin towards your right collarbone. Inhale, let your face point straight ahead again, keeping the head and the tip. Now we're going to try to look up and to the left, bringing the chin upwards as we look up and to the left. Noticing how it changes the stretch in the neck. Good, let's inhale. Bring that chin back down so you're looking straight ahead again. And then with your next inhale, lift the right ear away from the right shoulder and then melt your left ear towards your left shoulder. Crawl those right fingers a little further out and away from the body. And to take it further, left arm comes out, palm up, bend at the elbow, and drape that hand just on the side of your head, over the ear or above the ear, deepening the stretch in that right side of your neck. Shoulders stay relaxed and down, away from the ears. Take another deep breath in, and with your exhale, let that left arm slowly release down. Start to bring your chin down towards that left shoulder or collarbone, looking down towards the ground, changing the stretch. So keeping the head in that tilted to the side position, we let the chin come up and we keep bringing it up and to the right. Good, on the inhale, let that chin come back down, faces forward as you exhale. Inhale, let the head come up. Good, let's release over to one hip, let the legs come around. We've been sitting on those ankles for a while, so maybe point your toes and flex your feet. Point your toes and flex your feet. One more time, point and flex. Relax the legs, give them a gentle shake. And then just sit comfortably cross-legged for a moment. Hands on the knees, shoulder blades draw onto the back. Begin to lift your chin up and expose your throat. At some point, you may need to open the lips a little bit, maintaining that relaxed jaw. Keep breathing through your nose. Good. Inhale, lift the head up slowly, and exhale, melt your chin toward your chest. Try not to round out the rest of your back though, so keep squeezing between those shoulder blades. Good. Let your head roll over to the right in a little half roll, and then forward and down and to the left. Halfway around, we come back to the right, all the way over to the left. One more time. Just let the head drop forward and down and roll to the right, right ear over right shoulder, and roll it all the way around to the left. And then let your chin come back to your chest. Let your hands interlace. Take your hands, rest them on the back of your head, and start to relax your arms. Deepen that stretch. Good. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Release your hands down. Inhale, lift the head up. Good. Let's uncross the legs and lie down onto the back. So bring your feet to the top of your mat. Take your arms out in front of you and just slowly roll out. As the shoulder blades start to come down, stretch the arms over the head. Point your toes forward, reach those fingers back, take a deep breath in, stretch, 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 and relax the arms back down to your sides. Walk your feet towards you, draw your knees into your chest, and just rock from side to side. So option one for our little bit of an inversion is to roll to center, arms at the sides with legs up in the air. Option two would be to pop the hips up off the ground, drop the legs right over your face so your hands can rest on your low back so you can take it into shoulder stand. Maybe a half shoulder stand, maybe come all the way up. If you're not familiar with shoulder stand, do not turn your head to watch your neighbor as you come into the pose. You want to come into this safely, so your head needs to stay straight. If your hands are coming to rest on your low back, try to point your fingers upwards rather than inwards, bringing your elbows in as much as possible. And now let your legs be light. Let your toes relax. Try to breathe as deeply as you can here and let all the blood drain from those legs down towards the head, the shoulders, the neck. Ask your heart to work a little harder to get that blood up to your feet right now. So maintain that long, slow, deep breathing, whether you just have your legs up in the air or your whole upper body as well. Now allow your legs to open out to the sides to make a V. Try not to drop the legs forward over the face. You can do this if you're laying on your back as well. Just take the legs wide. Push out through the heels and the balls of the feet. Spread those toes. If you're in shoulder stand, bring the soles of your feet together now, heels right over the perineum. If you're just legs up, you can keep the legs wide. Good. Inhale, take those legs wide again. And then slowly inhale, bring your legs together. Exhale, lower your right leg over your face. Keep your left toes up to the sky. Try to keep both legs straight. Inhale, bring the right leg up. Exhale, lower the left leg down. Try to keep that left leg as straight as you can. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, let both legs come down. Both legs. Inhale them back up. Good. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, lower both legs down over the face, coming into halasana, our plow. Try to press the backs of the knees open. Walk your feet towards the back of the head. If your feet are touching the ground, your palms can touch the ground. Do not turn your head. Keep it straight. If your leg's up in the air, you can bring your knees into your chest, rock side to side a few times to massage the back. Just those of you that had legs up. If you're in plow, hold your plow. Good. Press your palms down to the ground now. So separate the hands if you've clasped them. Start to roll your upper back down to the ground. Keep your head on the ground, nice and slow. Roll one vertebra at a time down through the mid-back, all the way down to that low back, heels pushing up to the sky. Now lower both your legs as slowly as you can to the earth. Keep sending those heels away as the legs descend. Good. Point your feet, but spread your toes. Keep your arms where they are, right beside you. Keep your legs together. Inhale, lift your head and your shoulders. Look at your belly. Lift your shoulders right off the ground. Come onto your forearms. So don't bring your arms back. Keep them where they were. Push your chest up. Relax your head all the way back. So Kathleen, if you walk your arms back, you won't be able to take your head down. So keeping the arms down where they were, push your chest up. Now let your head come all the way back. Let the top of your head rest on the ground. Use those arms to push your heart towards the sky. Open your throat, open your chest in Matsyasana, fish pose. Keep spreading your toes. Good. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, completely push into those arms. Inhale, lift the head enough to clear the ground. Lower your back and your head down. Walk your feet towards you. Draw your knees into your chest and rock ever so gently side to side. Massage your back. Good. Roll back to center. Set your feet on the ground, arms to a T. Walk your feet as wide as your mat is and let your knees kind of fall in towards one another. So with your arms straight out to the sides and your heels are still close to you, take a deep breath in. Let both your knees melt to the right, look to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, change sides. So to Lily, take your feet really wide. Your feet right to the edges of your mat. So as your knees come down, your foot won't be in the way. And then just let those legs, like windshield wipers in a car, they're going to move with your breath side to side. Okay? Good. Go side to side one more time, right to left. And then take it all the way to the right and relax in this twist. So knees to the right, head turns to the left. Try to let your chin come all the way over towards that left shoulder. Let your ear turn down towards the ground. So take your knees to the right, let your head turn to the left. So knees to the right, head to the left. Good. Now, couple options. You can let your right foot come up and rest on your left knee. If that doesn't feel good, take your foot back down to the ground. If you want to try something else, you can walk your left foot further out to the left, letting that left knee maybe sink a little closer to the ground. Stretching out that left hip flexor down the side of the left leg. And breathe deeply, in through the nose and out through the nose. Relax through the low back as best you can. Take another deep breath in, and on your exhale, release that right foot down if you lifted it. If you brought your left foot further out to the left, bring it back to the edge of your mat. Inhale to center. So keeping your feet wide, let both knees go over to the left. Let your head turn all the way to the right. So what did you do on the other side? Did you lift the left foot or not? Did you move that left foot out? Maybe it's the right foot walking a little further out to the right. If the left foot is still on the ground, just find that place in the pose that feels right for you. Close your eyes, travel inside the body here. Longer, slower, deeper breaths here. Opening up the front of that right hip, down the side of that right leg. Take another deep breath in. If that left foot is up, let it come down. If you walked your right foot out, let it come back in. And now let's inhale, head and knees to center. Walk your feet towards each other. Shift your hips a few inches to the left and turn your head to the left. So just the hips move a little bit to the left. Take a deep breath in. Begin to melt your knees over to the right as you turn your head to the left. So maybe you're stacking the ankles and the knees here. So we purposely started with our feet on the ground so it's not so intense right now. Let your body relax and acclimatize right now. And once it's relaxed a little bit after several breaths, do you have the ability to squeeze your knees in a little closer to your chest or closer to your right arm? Try not to lift your left shoulder though. The option is there to add a bit of weight from your right hand or arm to the outside of that left knee or thigh. Find that place that's comfortably uncomfortable. You've taken the stretch to its absolute furthest place. And then do your best to relax there, breathe there, as deep of breaths as you can, as slow of breaths as you can. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. Good. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, let all of that breath go. Press your palms both down to the ground and inhale. Just let your head and your knees come up. Walk your feet back to center. Walk your hips back to center and then take your hips a little bit to the right. Turn your head to the right. Take a deep breath in and melt both your knees over to the left. Good, so we wait for several breaths before we go any further. We give the body time to adjust, time to relax. And once several breaths have gone by, maybe the ability is there to let the knees come in closer to the chest. It's not a necessity, it's simply a possibility. The right shoulder never leaves the ground, it's nice and heavy. Maybe you're using that left arm to drape on the outside of that right knee or thigh. Listening to what your body is telling you, listening to what it's asking for. Where is there still tension? Where is there still tightness? Can you breathe into those areas? Can you let that tension go? Can you allow it to just melt away? Just feeling that whole body soften, that whole body relax and melt. Take another long, deep breath in, and with your exhale, let both your arms come down to the earth, press into both palms. Inhale, let your head and your knees lift, so your feet are on the ground, walk them to center, bring your hips to center, and draw your knees tightly into your chest. Draw your forehead towards your knees, wrap your arms more tightly around your legs. Close your eyes, scrunch up your face, take another inhale, engage every muscle of the body one last time, squeeze and release. All of the effort is done now. It's time to take rest. So make yourself ready for Shavasana. What does that mean for you? Is there extra clothing, a blanket, a bolster, an eye pillow? What do you need for comfort? Letting those ankles come wider than the hips, letting those feet relax and fall out to the sides. Shoulder blades are tucked, palms face the sky. And the breath begins to soften. Let go of the controlled breathing and let your whole body grow heavy. Let your whole body relax for just a few minutes in stillness, inner silence, blocking out everything around you as you go deeper and deeper within. Take rest. allowing the breath to deepen and lengthen once again. Feel that expansion in the belly and through the chest. And start to bring a little bit of movement to your fingers and to your toes. Start to rotate the hands and feet around those wrist and ankle joints slowly in both directions, and let your head just turn from side to side. Roll your head back to center. Slide your legs together, pointing your toes. Stretch the arms over the head and take one last big deep breath in. Lengthen, reach, and relax. The arms come down. Walk the knees or the feet towards you and let your knees come into your chest. And just rock a few times from side to side. Roll all the way to the right and pause and breathe and notice how you feel, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally and spiritually. Press down into your left palm and down into your right arm, and with your eyes closed, make your way to seated. Sit tall, lengthen your spine. Lift through the crown of your head and bring your palms together, hands at the heart. Take a moment here to thank yourself, first and foremost, for making this time tonight for you. Send a silent thank you to those around you who joined you, who shared their energy with you as they shared this practice with you. And now we seal in all of our efforts with the chanting of Om. Take a deep breath in. I honor that place in you where the entire universe resides, that place of love, light, truth, and peace. And when you reside in that place in you and I reside in that place in me, we are one. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Sorry I went a little long tonight. I don't know. Happy Friday. Classes will continue to be outside, all the ones in green, at least on the schedule, weather permitting. So hopefully we'll see you soon. If you have any questions, let me know.